Hey, welcome everyone to Hollywood on the Rocks, Film Threats Live Wednesday show. Today on the show, lots of news, plenty of news from the red carpet at the Supergirl premiere, loads of other news that we'll discuss, and our full review live of Supergirl. And to help me with that, let's get Supergirl here.
Hello, Chris. Hello, Film Threat family. Funny story. I recently made a comment about Christian dads, and now they hate me. And you know what? I don't give a flying fuck. But there is one dad I care about, and that man is Alan. Alan.
Why does she have a thing for you? I don't get it.
Oh, because I'm the sexy dad and you're the old dad.
Great. The first thing to pop in your mind. Thanks, buddy. Not sitting next to you in a Supergirl movie ever again.
Oh man.
Which is true. Oh my God.
Will I ever be at a Supergirl screening ever again?
Well, people accused me. You look drunk there and that. I just was exhausted. That when we did our out of the theater reaction, which I guess is blown up on YouTube, that I was just, do you think I want to dislike things?
I know.
I don't want to.
No, I mean, I genuinely didn't think it would be that bad. Yeah. I mean, it was so bad. I was just like, my energy was sucked out of me at the end of it. It's just such a disappointment.
Yeah, same. It's one of those things where with all these superhero movies, we kind of hope for like some moment of elation, like a super heroic moment that is earned, where you can cheer.
Yeah.
There's nothing like this, folks, in the movie. There's nothing to cheer for.
I keep thinking, it's like I when I saw Wonder Woman, I felt the same way. It was just exciting, then I realized Wonder Woman was written by a man.
Oh no, we'll get into it. Let's say hi to the people as we get started.
Yeah, to someone. I want to watch the Marvels as a palate cleanser from Supergirl. Okay, let's go.
I would say that Madam Web and the Marvels, I actually had more fun.
Yeah.
I mean, the Marvels, we were talking about this after the movie. The Marvels has a likable character. Kamala Khan is likable.
Yeah. And Brie Larson's in a tank top.
Well, you got that going for. All right, let's go through these and we'll start the show.
Kung Fu Hot Dog became a YouTube member. I saw Kung Fu Hot Dog.
Thank you.
Andrew Cram comes in with 20 Film Threat memberships.
Wow, that is huge. Very generous, Andrew. We appreciate you.
Okay, so I'm going to plan on doing a road stream on Saturday as I drive down to San Diego. So,
what, this Saturday?
For members, yeah, this Saturday for members.
Where are you going? I'm driving.
San Diego. I have a show in San Diego.
Oh, that's right, National Comedy Theater. Is that your way of like promoting it?
It is, but I don't think they want me to really promote it.
Okay.
I don't. Let's just say I'm the lone conservative, and ironically, the lone person of color on that team.
I'm the lone normal. I'm a normal sexual. I'm a 90s liberal, but today that makes me something else.
Yeah.
So,
Sean Who gifted 5 Film Threat memberships.
Oh, thank you for that.
Yeah. Stug. Chris and Alan saved me money. Was going to see Supergirl Sunday. Yeah, don't.
Well, you can still find plenty of seats.
Yeah. Pilgrim Media for 5. When I saw Grace's view of Supergirl, I threw a tumescence for her.
I grew with tumescence, which I every once in a while I still run across a word I don't know what it means. But thank you, Pilgrim Media. What a badass photo. Yeah. You could be a villain with that photo. Look at that photo of Pilgrim Media. He could be a villain in a Supergirl movie. He's one of the characters that are like the Ravagers.
Yes.
Oh, Eric Stratton gifted 5 Film Threat memberships. Thank you, Eric. Appreciate that. That's awesome.
And speaking of Brie Larson in a tank top, that gives me 2 messings. Alex Clark, hey guys, new subscriber here.
Hey Alex, thank you for joining us on a live stream, and we hope you subscribe because of our epic out of the theater reaction for Supergirl, says Stug138. So thank you, Eric, and everyone new that's watching us. Hope you join us 3 times a week for our live streams. We have fun.
Yeah. I'm pretty excited that my 2-word review is going viral too.
Yeah, just literally those 2 words.
I know.
I've seen articles written about our out of the theater reaction.
Well, Geeks and Gamer their morning stream was quoted mine.
Oh, really?
Quote. Yeah. And then I made it on the real BBC as well.
Nice.
Black for $4.99. Supergirl and Cap 4 Brave New World. Jeez. They're
both bad, but I'd say Brave New World.
Yeah. Oh man, that's a tough one. I mean, Brave New World had people I know in it versus Supergirl, which had people I didn't know in it, and they were just as bad.
Oh, Cap 4 all the way, and it's not great. I don't like that movie at all, but it's better than Supergirl.
Yeah, I can't decide. They're both down there.
Alejandro
Montoya Marin for 2. Ah, man, we're all gonna see the invite instead.
I hear good things about the invite, and thank you, Alejandro. Yeah. We hope to see you next year at Award This.
Yeah, put out a movie.
Just make a movie, or you know what? You can just show up for the party, Alejandro. Just go to the party, have fun, and
Lord Thoth. Like, share, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. Sign up as a member. Join us on X, Discord, Rumble, and Instagram. And buy our merch at shop.filmthread.com.
And you can see the lines out the door at the Film Threat shop, because the Film Threat shop now has bags. Did you know that, Alan?
No, I didn't.
We have Trader bags. Where are they?
I see it right there. Just scroll down.
We've got our summer outfits here. We've got our Doomsday Duds with superhero-inspired logos. And we have new Film Threat bags that you can get just in. Look at that. All these bags. They're just like the Trader Joe's bags. We're kind of going with that trend. So go to shop.filmthreat.com. Pick up some of our merch. It's fun stuff. Lots of fun.
We need a Film Threat is for lovers bag.
Oh, we should do that.
I think so. I think that would make a great
I think we might have already done. Look at this. We've got a Film Threat inspired beach towel. I'm loving it. That's great. That's great. Okay, let's get started, folks. Lots to discuss. Here we go. Nicholas Hoult and David Corenswet react to the Supergirl Cup. We all saw the pictures of the Supergirl Cup, the Gripper Cup, which is on Alan's list of the top 3 cups he wants to buy this year. What were the other ones?
I don't know. I all I can think of is that one.
Okay. Well, let's see here.
I want the Sandworm Cup.
Well, here they're reacting. Nicholas Hoult attended, and David Corenswet, the premiere of Supergirl, and they reacted to the cup. Here's what they were looking at.
I know you made it when you get official AMC merch. I don't know if you guys have seen the viral cup.
I think I have seen it.
Have you seen this?
I don't like that one bit. I need a lot of those. I don't understand, and I don't think I want it explained.
I know you made it when you get official AMC.
God.
Wow.
And it's just the red carpet. So the red carpet for Supergirl was interesting. It was interesting what happened. We've got there's some more footage here of James Gunn, Peter Safran, director Craig Gillespie, and Millie Alcock. What do you notice when you see this? You ever see those posts on social media that like, what do you notice about this? I want to ask you, Alan, what do you notice?
What do I notice about that?
What do you notice about this photo op? I'll play it for you. What do you notice?
James Gunn touching Millie Alcock.
I think he's being very respectful. He's got his arm around her, but not in a touchy-feely way. What do you notice about all four of them?
They're not smiling.
Exactly. I think they might have a sneaking suspicion they've got a dud on their hands.
Yeah. I think he's telling Millie, you've ruined me.
Well, here's some more on that note. Here's Millie Alcock being asked questions on the red carpet. Let's hear what she had to say.
Have you heard from the fans, specifically from the LGBT community?
Okay, we can't hear this.
Yeah, it's really low.
I've just had a few people ask me about her and about her because it's Pride Month and all that, and I think that she's a really great representation of what a modern woman can be. She can be strong, she can be tough, she can be messy, and I love how this film doesn't center around any sort of love, you know, it doesn't center around romance or anything like that at all, and she has such resilience that I think that community is a community that is so resilient, and they can really relate to that.
Well, apologies for the
you got to say what you said. I couldn't hear it.
Yeah, sorry about that, Alan. But the red carpet, it's always a weird like combination of people. Look, what is the purpose of a red carpet? You're attending a screening of the movie with people who worked on the movie, seeing the final, you're debuting it to the public. There are press in attendance, cast in attendance. You're putting your best face on. Your job is to sell the movie. And it hardly does that.
You know, but that's the problem is they are selling the movie. That's exactly the movie they thought they made. And that's the movie they think we want to watch. And they couldn't be, those two rows couldn't be more divergent.
Yeah. Well, maybe this is the movie they wanted to watch. Let me share a screen here. I want you to just check this out. Is this the movie that people want to see? I wonder. I don't know. It seems timely.
Yeah, I wonder what her powers are.
I have no idea.
She can cut paper fast, maybe?
But here's another. She's asked on the red carpet, who is stronger? Okay. Now, hopefully the audio on this is a little better, but we need to check that in future. But let's see what she says.
Who's going to win? You versus Superman.
I'm going to win, but it's because he's going to let me win. Because he is.
That's just his character.
Win. Yeah.
But you're also stronger.
But I'm stronger.
Objectively
stronger,
yeah.
so I'm going to win.
Who's going to win? You versus Superman.
I'm going to win, but it's because he...
Yeah.
That's just a cute question.
Yeah, I don't have a problem. She's having fun with it and admits that She admits that Superman would let her win, knowing that he is strong. You know, it's like, you know, when you do sports with your kids.
Yes.
You know, I look, when it came to games, I don't let my kids, they have to win on their own. I'm not going to let them win. But I know a lot of parents who let their kids win.
I don't think that she's used to this kind of attention. You know, part of me feels kind of sorry for her that she got involved in this. We'll see. We'll get to it. Hey, Digger is coming out.
I'm sorry, what?
This fall. Digger, don't bait me here. Ing, you're gonna bait me. Digger is coming out this fall. You and I had a early look at Digger and got to see some scenes from it. It's a huge swing for Tom Cruise. It's very different. But we got to look here. There's a video that dropped and Tom Cruise promoted it. It's kind of a look at his entire career. I think people forget what an amazing talent he is. He is the world's biggest movie star. Without question. Are we debating this?
He's the current movie star, the only one that can draw people because he's Tom Cruise.
I mean, maybe Brad Pitt put him in that class, whatnot. But when you watch this montage leading up to Digger, which we'll get more of a look at in a couple weeks, they're going to drop a full trailer for that movie. We've only seen a tease, but we'll get more of a look at it. This reminds you why Tom Cruise is a star. I got chills during parts of this. You got to see this, Alan, if you haven't seen it. Tom Cruise represents the best of America.
Yeah.
He is the movie star. All those performances, he doesn't make simple and easy choices. Action, romantic comedy, drama. I mean, I will unabashedly, you know what? I like the movie Jerry Maguire. I love that film.
I love that movie.
I love that movie. I'm saying there are people that are cynical that don't love that.
It's schmaltzy. It's got
Yes.
cringy liners, but everyone remembers them and everyone loves it. You
But
had man, hello. Yeah.
I mean, I love the sports agent that wants to have a mission statement and stand up for his values. That's what that movie's about. It's also romance in there too. But like watching all that from Mission Impossible to so many good. Oh my God, that was the best. Even Risky Business. That was the first time I remember seeing Tom Cruise. I was a kid and saw that movie. That was great. Teen sex comedy.
That was hot.
It was a great film. Made you want to ride the train, so to speak. But Digger, you and I got a deeper look at Digger. They've shown teases. The movie is one of the. I mean, it's weird. It's like I would describe it as like a Doctor Strangelove, Stanley Kubrick's Doctor Strangelove, like comedy. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's also. I mean, the downside for me is it reminds me of like Marty Supreme and Uncut Gems. Just a really unlikable guy.
Right.
Right. And throughout the entire film, he's pretty much unlikable, and and unlike Marty Supreme, hopefully there's it turns out well for him. But yeah, he plays an unlikable person in this one.
Well, unlikable and strange. That's why when we got an extended look, it really had vibes of Dr. Strangelove because it does involve a catastrophe that could result in the end of the world, and he may be partially responsible, and it's just kind of over the top, but he plays also a character covered in makeup too. The fact that he's willing to go to those lengths are pretty amazing.
Yeah, I will say the interesting thing about that is he's a guy who can turn shit into lemonade, basically. I think that's what the movie is, taking bad situation and showing the bright side of it.
I like that.
To a fault. To a fault.
A couple more news stories, and then we'll get to our Supergirl review, so please don't leave us. We do the news on Wednesday. We're doing this early review of Supergirl. We'll get to it. Disney tried to buy James Bond and Twitter. Kind of crazy. Alan, I know you have notes for this story from Variety. Let me bring it up. Give it to me.
All right. In a farewell interview with the Financial Times, former Disney CEO Bob Iger reflected on the company's acquisition strategy and disclosed several deals that almost happened. After acquiring Pixar in 2006, Iger said Disney created a wish list of major franchises. Marvel was one, Star Wars was another, James Bond was one. We had a list, and I figured let's just tick them off and buy them all. Disney successfully purchased Marvel and Lucasfilm, but James Bond remained out of reach. The franchise is now controlled by Amazon. Iger also revealed that Disney nearly acquired Twitter from founder Jack Dorsey at an attractive price. The plan was to turn the platform into a global distribution network for Disney content. However, Iger backed away at the last moment, fearing the social media company would become a horrible distraction. Iger confirmed that Disney and Apple held internal discussions and even had conversations about a potential merger. He described the combination as something that would have been truly transformational and equal. I don't know what that means. Despite those talks, Apple showed little interest and the idea never progressed. Iger had previously written that such a merger might have become a reality had Steve Jobs still been alive.
Well, I wonder if Apple and Disney had merged, what would happen? I mean, the one thing is that horrible app that they use to reserve your spot to go to Disney and all their, everything related to those apps would have been better. Really glad they didn't buy Twitter. I remember when that almost happened. They said,
Yeah.
look at it and said the conversations were so horrible. They didn't want to get involved. James Bond. Can you imagine what Bond would be under Disney?
I know. I mean, just think about the great things Disney had done with Marvel and Star Wars, and then be able to apply that same greatness to James Bond. I mean, missed opportunity, huh? Right?
No, it would have been terrible. I mean,
Yeah.
we're not even sure now with Amazon what is going to happen to James Bond. They still have not. Denis Villeneuve is directing. They're looking for a Bond. Could be an unknown or not a well-known actor. They want to go younger, so late 20s, 30s.
Well, and 2 words: black female.
Yeah. Jamie Bond. She'll be great. No, I look. James Bond should be British. 100%. I don't like race swaps. Not going to work. Not for it can work, but like for a classic character like this, I'm not in favor of it.
Let me remind you what happened to Doctor Who when Disney got involved.
Yes, we got
Black
shooting.
man.
Yeah, shooting got what? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even have a problem with him. You know, like I say, he's British. He's got the accent. I just think they made him flamboyantly gay, and I think it was unnecessary for the character. Not necessary. But I think gay James Bond is next. Let's go.
Then, I mean, you want to see Bond have sex again? Make him gay. He'll have plenty of sex in the movies. Believe me.
Spider-Man Brand New Day is breaking records for ticket sales. It's impossible to get tickets. The first weekend tickets for the good shows mostly all sold out. It's kind of crazy. So, but where are we at now with this movie? You can find like first row, you can find, first few rows scattered here and there, but it's pretty insane for first weekend. The villain is very much still a secret. I thought the trailer gave too much away. Hulk, Scorpion, among others, Punisher, Frank Castle. I thought the trailer revealed too much. Well, apparently there's a lot still hidden. What's in this story from IGN, Alan?
All right. Well, good old IGN. Despite trailers revealing a crowded lineup of enemies, Tom Holland says the true villain of Spider-Man Brand New Day remains under wraps. The villain we have in this new movie, which is still very much a secret, is unlike anything we've seen in these movies before, Holland teased. The film already features several threats, including the return of Scorpion, a new MCU Tombstone, Boomerang, Tarantula, Ramrod, and the ninja organization The Hand. There are also questions surrounding the role of Department of Damage Control and even the appearance of the Hulk. Meanwhile, speculation continues over Sadie Sink's mystery character. Rumors that she is playing the MCU version of Jean Grey, potentially with a future in the Avengers Secret Wars, suggest she is unlikely to be in the film's main antagonist. Fans are also wondering whether the lingering Venom symbiote tease from Spider-Man No Way Home could finally pay out, or whether Marvel is hiding another surprise villain from Spider-Man's comic history. Another mystery Holland recently teased is that one person still remembers that Peter is Spider-Man. Despite Doctor Strange's spell erasing the world's memory at the end of No Way Home, Holland avoided revealing who that person is, adding yet another secret surrounding the upcoming film and his possible role in Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars.
Well, this is really curious because Spider-Man Brand New Day was supposed to release after Avengers Doomsday. If you recall, that movie was going to be in May. They moved it to December. Spider-Man Brand New Day did not move. I wonder if they're changing some things about this movie because of that chronology shift?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any theories?
Not really. I think I'm fearing that this is becoming like X-Men 3, too many mutants. In this case, too many supers. These movies tend to do well when you keep it simple and keep the numbers low. And it just seems like
you mean like Spider-Man 2, which had Doc Ock, great villain, the best clearly of the Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans. We can argue Spider-Man rankings another time.
Yeah.
But that's
even
my
the first Spider-Man had Green Goblin. And that was it.
Exactly. But now there's the pressure we gotta shoehorn 2-3 villains in. It does look overstuffed already, but man, that new trailer is good. I just wish I hadn't seen it. I wish Doctor Strange could wipe my memory of seeing that trailer so I can go into a movie one day and be surprised for once.
Yeah, Jean Grey seems way out. And that's a horrible way to waste Jean Grey. But
it's also it's a recast. It's Sadie Sink. So this is the new X-Men from what world? A different universe? Yeah. We don't know, but
and they're saying that it may not even be her, that Sadie Sink is a different character.
So there's still theories about that.
But I mean, why are you bringing in an X-Men into it now?
And why is Sony doing that?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to see in July.
Yeah.
And luckily
Tom Hardy's in it.
Yeah. And luckily we both do have tickets. So
yeah.
And we might even see it early and do an out of the theater reaction. Who knows?
I know. We did beg Sony to let us in to early screening.
All right, let's do comments and then we'll talk Supergirl. So starting from the top here.
Our own Charmin for 10. I saw an early screening of The Invite, a nice little surprise. It was extremely funny and did for me with Seth Rogen what the drama did for me with Zendaya. I'm going to watch the Spanish version too.
How crazy is that? Spanish version. And Andrew Cram gifted 20 Film Threat memberships. New members, check out the members only video section of Film Threat. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate that.
Plus, isn't the Spanish version just the English version in subtitles?
Possibly.
Eric Strand, member for 42 months. Everyone, go watch the Thin Man movie from 1933. If you're not going to Supergirl, strong male lead and strong female lead, great dialogue, cool mystery.
Well, thank you, Eric. Appreciate you yet again. And we're going to skip any Supergirl related comments and save them till after we discuss the film.
John Archard for 10. Here's something I noticed. When a movie sucks, the main character always seems to have an attitude and pushing an agenda. It's like they are doing things on purpose. Does that make sense? Yes.
Yes, 100%. Because agenda trumps character.
Or I would say it's inauthentic. When you're pushing an agenda, when you're pushing something that you're trying to get people to believe is normal and it's not, you're pushing an agenda, and it just, people know it doesn't feel right.
Thank you, John. Appreciate you.
Kung Fu Hot Dog for 10. Greetings, gent. Wish me luck as I'm watching Supergirls tomorrow before filming my review. Alan, would you profoundly agree that Millie Alcock's line delivery of quips is zero effort? Yes.
Thank you, Kung Fu Hot Dog.
We'll talk about it in the review. Just her performance. Shattered Dimensions for 4.99. I know I already mentioned this earlier on the Nooner Chris, but for Alan as well, you should both watch Widow's Bay, best show of the year, 69.
I am hearing that from multiple people. Red Letter Media did a review and they loved it. I'm subbing to Apple TV Plus. I will binge the whole thing. Is it all out? Let me know, Shattered Dimension. But I'm definitely watching that. There's like another show I want to check out. So yeah.
By the way, it's 169 that we're going for.
That's the goal.
We're almost 10,000 away. So please subscribe if you haven't already. Royston Bailey for 2. Superman /Girl has to be V good looking, it matters.
Yeah, very good looking. I agree. I agree. Thank you for that. £2.
And a foolish American for 2. Is this the gayest Supergirl ever?
That seems to have come up in the conversation, strangely, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Logan Misiak for 5. Question for you, Chris and Alan. Who has done a better job with DC, Zack Snyder or James Gunn? Honestly, I might prefer Zack Snyder's version. I just wish Zack Snyder had handled Supes better.
Yeah, I mean, based on what we've seen so far, Zack Snyder all the way. I think his films aspired to more. They felt more realistic. I think they lacked humor and needed a little more levity. But his vision, just look at from production design, costume, the look of the planet Krypton, Russell Crowe as Jor-El. I mean, everything with Zack Snyder is just better at every level. I'm sorry I don't know. I know people are Gunn fans are going to disagree, but based on what I've seen, it's all Zack Snyder for me. And I'm not a Snyder bro. I just think if you're asking me to equate, one is better than the other.
Yeah, I'll take the opposing opinion. I do not like Zack Snyder's universe at all. Wonder Woman is the only one I liked. He didn't even do that. And Patty Jenkins even talked about she wanted Wonder Woman to feel like Richard Donner's Superman. And so it was very hopeful and very bright and very positive. I did like Superman, although it wasn't the Superman movie I wanted. And Supergirl, wow, what a misstep.
Well, for that comment, Alan, I ban you to the back room.
Can anybody hear me? I kind of don't know where I am. Never thought I would look for him, but Chris.
Why do I look like
you
calling Johnny?
For me, that never happens.
Yeah,
it never happens.
That never.
More comments here, and we'll get to Supergirl. And thank you for your patience.
Jag Live for 5. Hey guys, being Alien fans, I suggest check out the Ripley and Alien Warrior Hot Toys 1/6 figure. They are good celebration of 40 years of terror.
Yes, I love the series. Ripley, such a great, strong female lead. And Hot Toys figures. I wish I had the space. You can't see it here. It's very cluttered. But thank you for that.
The 1A Train for 10. Hey, I got some Film Threat merch delivered the other day. Can't wait to get drunk drinking out of my Film Threat pint glass while wearing a Film Threat Aliens t-shirt.
Oh, that's great. Yes, I love the pint glasses. They are fun as well. Check them out.
By the way, I have my Temu Alien shirt on.
Is that the Temu one?
Yeah, the one that says Alan.
How dare you wear that just because your name is Alan?
Albert, not a retro for 5. In case any Canuck are watching, Canada just scored in Switzerland, cutting their lead in half 2-1. Switzerland hoping for a USA Canada final.
Yes, I've been watching.
They will destroy Canada.
I love watching World Cup. I find it very relaxing. There's not a lot of scoring, but it is exciting. And I even saw a game at a watch party at Jameson's Pub on the West Side. It was a blast. People chanting USA. I love all the national spirit people have for their home countries. I love watching people from other countries come to America, appreciate food, and the fact that our bathrooms are, we don't charge you a fee to actually go and use a bathroom. You can just go use the bathroom.
Look, if I wanted to watch a bunch of drunk people watch soccer, I'd go to my daughter's soccer game.
Yeah.
Albert, not a retro for 5. I'm going to post an opinion piece on my channel about how I think the DCEU should be done.
I think you better post it fast because it's going to be done quick.
Not another name for 5. Blumhouse, Blair Witch, September 2027. What could possibly go wrong?
I saw that tease for the new Blair Witch, the thing that made the original Blair Witch feel authentic is the way it was shot and the way it was, the way it was cast. The actors didn't really know it was when they were reacting to things, they were being real. They were being real, reacting to the things they saw. I don't know how you recapture that. So the first movie, and it was of its time, a found footage film, was great and unique, and all the other movies were terrible. I don't expect the reboot to be good, even with Blumhouse, but I'll go see anything Blumhouse makes. So,
I mean, giving Blair Witch money to actually make the movie just feels like it's a bad choice right off the bat.
You'd be better off giving money to a real witch to make the movie.
Yeah. Or better yet, put the budget at $5,000, and I think you'll get a good Blair Witch movie. Bruce Leroy Jenkins for 2. Let's keep the gongs going. Hit it, Frank.
You don't have to yell, Bruce. I got it. Thank you for that. A few more comments and let's get to Supergirl.
All right. Peter Ortiz. If only Elon would buy Lucasfilm and give it back to George.
Now that would be, he would lose probably like $6 billion, but what is that? It's nothing.
From the infamous Indiana Jake, Disney owning Twitter. Oh God, that would have been the end of society. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's just say we would not be on Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter.
We would. Yeah, I know you wouldn't.
I wouldn't be. Oh no. I mean, I am a minority, so maybe I have a better chance.
That's why hey, I gotta point someone. That's why when people get upset with Film Thread, who are they angry at, and who gets the angry calls and messages?
I know.
This guy,
the white guy.
But Alan, he skates like, and Alan claims it's because I'm nice. Maybe that may be part of it, but it's because you're not me. People will use me as a punching bag, but they give you like a free pass.
I know. Listen, I follow the rules. Let's just put it that way. Toxic.
I follow the rules.
No, you didn't. That was the problem.
That
was the problem. That's why you got the call.
All right.
Aaron Charman. Tom Cruise is my main digger.
Thank you.
You had one up before that I didn't read. I don't know.
Did I miss that?
No.
Sorry, folks. Okay. We'll do more comments after this.
But after my 2-word review on X, I'm just going to call all white liberals racist. I think that's just the direction I'm going in now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Just saying.
All
Let's
right.
open a can of worms now.
Yeah, it's not gonna go well. It's not gonna go well. All right, Alan, let's start. Supergirl is here, the second feature film from the DCU. James Gunn's Superman was released last year and performed at the box office respectably. It did well, but some would say it underperformed. The critical reaction to Gunn's Superman, a very different vision of the DC universe. The reviews were mixed. However, there were a lot of people who enjoyed it. A lot of people enjoyed Gunn's more light view of DCU. Also, other characters like Mr. Terrific that were standouts. Gunn does well with a diverse cast of various characters that all come together towards a common goal. But it was less a Superman movie and more of a DC Universe movie dropped in the middle. Supergirl is very different. Alan, give us the quick description and we'll get into our thoughts.
Okay, so Kara Zor-El is a drunk. Why? Because she saw her planet blow up and the death of her parents. So she's on Earth. She has Crypto. Crypto is the dog. She has a child. They made it to Earth. And during one of her drunken stupors, she's at a bar. She runs into little Ruthie, whose parents had just been murdered by the evil Krem. Krem is there. He wants to get off the planet to do more evil, bad things because he's an evil, bad guy. So he steals Kara's ship and also poisons Crypto. And now Kara and Ruthie have to avenge the death of Ruthie's parents and find the antidote to save Crypto's life. And guess what? She only has 3 days. 72 hours of whatever planet they were on.
And this basic description you could have done in less than half the time. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it in terms of layers. The movie then is a quest to get Crypto and then also for Ruthie to get revenge. And it's just so simple-minded. It almost feels as if AI wrote this script. I'm pretty sure.
No. Do not denigrate AI that way.
I knew you were going to say that.
AI would have written a far better script than what was given here.
But I think let's before we'll get into specifics and we'll try to avoid spoilers with this review. Well, let's start with the character of Kara. She is very unlikable. And by that, I mean, I also think that I think you and I both pointed this out. Millie Alcock is just miscast. I really think another actress could have pulled this off or at least been more sympathetic, but she is selfish. She cares about no one but herself and her dog, and then just drowning her trauma in alcohol. That's it. There's no romantic lead or romantic interest from anyone. It's her getting trashed with no real goal but to forget her troubles. Mm-hmm. Kind of adds some level of purpose with that conflict. But my God, Millie Alcock as Kara is just unlikable. And the reason is this specifically. She holds no values. It's part of being a superhero. And you can be on this arc. Maybe at the beginning, it's all about self-sacrifice. Hollywood has forgotten how to make heroes. And you see her evolution. The movie has a series of flashbacks where we see the end of, we see the city of Kandor enclosed in a bubble while the rest of Krypton is destroyed. We see her grow. We see her with her parents who then decide, hey, it's maybe better that we send our daughter to Earth where my crazy brother, your crazy uncle, sent his kid there to conquer Earth. We're going to send you there. So she's brought up under this depressing environment, feeling no obligation to fulfill something about the legacy of the last surviving people on Krypton. It's just sad that and really the core problem is her character. That's problem one. On that note, Alan, what do you think about Millie Alcock as Supergirl?
I mean, I don't know that I would use the word. I would say that she was unlikable, but what I walked away with was that I don't think Millie Alcock was up for the task of being Supergirl, of portraying the emotions of the character as it was designed to be. She's a girl who watched the destruction of her family and her planet, and in such a tragic way. And the reason you know that is because that's what you're being told. You don't see any of that in her performance. You know, okay, so let's just start. She's a drunk at the beginning. She's not a very good drunk, meaning it just didn't feel authentic. It felt like an actress acting like she was drunk. And the reason I know is because I've known Chris for a very long time, and I know what drunk looks like. and it was nothing like Millie Alcock's performance in this. And so right off the bat, she doesn't feel authentic. And then you just get into this muddled, I'm a depressed person because of my planet being blown up, wah, wah, wah. You know, her performance is just so level and monotone. You know, you really I hate to say it, but when you're on the big screen, your emotions need to be big, and they just weren't. And I just felt like it was a performance of an actor who really hasn't gotten her reps in yet. She was a kid in House of the Dragon. Yeah, she did a great job as because she was a kid, but I just I maybe that's why they cast older people to play younger, because older people have lived a little bit and they can kind of regress back into the teenage angst. And I just the performance throughout the entire film just felt flat. Her quips, the written dialogue that was meant to be funny, just felt flat. And I just feel like there was a better actress out there who could have done this better. Heck, I think Rachel Zegler could have probably done it better.
Her character is unlikable because she doesn't do anything that you would admire as a hero. It's only when her self-interest she's pursuing her own self-interest. Yeah. Basically her dog. That's the only time she doesn't.
And let's be real. We've seen that story a lot in male characters. The guy who's just, his wife left him or a family dead, and they're at a bar and they just don't care about life. We've seen that before, but at least there's an arc that snaps him out of it. And when you see the thing that snaps her out of it, you're going to realize how horrible this script is. And we'll talk about that on Friday.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about some of the highlights in the movie, of which there are two.
Okay.
And they involve Lobo and David Corenswet as Superman. When those characters are on screen, which I think it's all of a total of maybe 15, 20 minutes tops, the movie comes alive.
Yeah. Energy is injected into the movie. With both those characters appear.
Lobo is great. Jason Momoa should have played Lobo and not Aquaman. And David Corenswet as Superman is likable. He's very likable. That's it, folks. Those are the two highlights for this movie. Two reasons you might find something interesting and something entertaining.
Let me address those two. First of all, I don't know Lobo. I'm not a DC guy. So, people are saying, oh, he's Lobo. I have no idea who Lobo is. And quite frankly, after watching Lobo, I have no idea who Lobo is. What I saw was Jason Momoa, and which is fine. He brings energy to the screen. He makes a presence. He makes his presence known, and that's great. But I don't know who Lobo is. And the other thing is, I'm realizing that with what everyone is saying is that Superman, I don't know why we have to make him so unlikable because he's a good guy, because he's a Boy Scout. But it's not that he is unlikable, but it's that the world is making him, the James Gunn world is saying that, being good is fine, but it's not cool. And that's what you get in this, is that being a good person and being Superman, someone who has values, American values, that they're just uncool. And they play him as uncool. And that's what really bothered me in this movie.
Let's talk about the look of the movie. It looks so dark. Parts of the movie look like they backlit people. If the light is behind you, you're going to be in shadow. That's half the movie, not an exaggeration. They're on starships. They're on 3 different planets. The 3 planets
with different suns.
They have different suns, but they look exactly the same. Muddy desert Mad Max world. You cannot tell these planets apart. There's nothing distinct in the Star Wars films. At least the OT, there would be 3 different worlds that have very different looks to them. Right? This movie, they all look the same. Couldn't tell you the name of any of the planets. They're completely forgettable. And the film is so dark, whether it's on a starship, a planet, it's not until the very end where we see Kara in the last act of the movie finally put on the suit that there's some color. But was that a choice? Because it's terrible. And people have complained about this kind of cinematography. It's kind of arty. It just looks bad. You can't tell what's happening. you can't see the looks on people's faces.
Yeah.
So it's just
yeah. I mean, clearly the great visual effects people, they must be all white men because they can't get hired anymore, and they're leaving it to people who are just inexperienced. Look, I will just say it. The special effects, the final battle scene in Flash was a million times better than what happened
in this. You think so?
Are you kidding? You thought that this was just as good?
No,
as
I
the Flash?
didn't. I didn't think it was.
Look, I think the Flash, at least you could follow the action. At least look, it was still out in the middle of the desert, but it was interesting to look at. This one, it just felt cheap. And again, I don't know who these visual effects people are, but look, if you're going to spend,
it was ILM, by the way. It was ILM.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Well, then that's just about ILM. But the thing is, if you're spending hundreds of millions of dollars to make a movie like this, hire people who know what they're doing. And that's going to be basically my theme for the rest of this review is hire people who know what they're doing. Just stop with the DEI. Stop hiring because the person's a woman or a person of color. Hire people because they can write good stories. They can choreograph an action scene better. This one, the final battle scene here is so embarrassing. I mean, that was when it was all said and done. Just in my mind, the words "profoundly awful" just came to mind, because this is such an inept movie in every single way possible. It just amazes me just how bad and worse it gets as the movie progresses.
Yeah, well, first of all, I appreciate that you said that, Alan. I did not say that, but there's no proof that the people that did the effects were DEI hires, but you can, just
they weren't veterans at their job. Let's put it that way.
Okay. Yes. Not veterans, maybe newbies in special effects, but they were objectively awful. And I can't believe, but the biggest crime of this movie is how generic it is. Generic story, generic characters, generic villain, forgettable generic villain, generic action. And even the music, like the signature of a gun movie is these great needle drops of songs. And they were so cliche and tired. And yes, it definitely has like the gun, it's got the gun influence of Guardians, but this is Temu Guardians of the Galaxy is what this is at best. In fact, Temu Guardians might be better than what this turned out to be. And what's disheartening is this is really the first bomb for James Gunn. He was an indie filmmaker who I knew back in the day. His movie Super with Rainn Wilson, great indie movie, highly recommended, got him the job at Marvel to do Guardians of the Galaxy. His first movie for Marvel, I say his best film, his best mainstream movie. It's been diminishing returns since, and every movie has a sameness about it. And we've reached the end. And I really feel that, yes, he did not direct it. It's his studio. He clearly had influence. And you remember what he proclaimed when he got at DC.
Yeah.
We're not going to make a movie until the script is perfect, which was a dig at Marvel, because Marvel was known for, they go into production without a locked script. And Gunn is like, I'm not going to do that unless the script is absolutely great and locked. We're not going to go into production. Well, guess what? If this is the script that he approved,
or declared great,
like
and ready to shoot,
you've got to take a step back and look at like that. This may not have been what you were going for.
And isn't the screenwriter also set up for Wonder Woman?
Yes, Wonder Woman and Teen Titans, but she's also has like her only experience previous to that is a short film she wrote in 2018. So I have no idea. She's also an actress, but
yeah. But the thing is, I mean, this is in my review. If you read it on Film Thread, it's the script. The script is the worst thing about this, because as you
Yes.
say, there's nothing special about it. I mentioned it on the Out of the Theater. I could have written the script, which means if I could have written it, it's a bad movie, because
Yeah.
I don't know a thing about it. But just harping over and over on this idea that she saw her planet die, and she needs to overcome that as the main obstacle in her life. And then there is that element in all stories where the hero just can't seem to overcome the antagonist and until he realizes the weakness within him or her, overcomes it. This one, when you see it happen, when you see what allows her to overcome her weakness, again, who's writing this stuff? There's nothing special about it. The villain. I don't know who this villain is. Krem. I guess people know him from DC. But the thing is, I can't tell you A, where he's from, B, why he's got such a bad attitude, C, I don't know what his motivations are, other than being bad. Sure, he has a bad disposition. He wants to kill everybody. But that's as surface level character development as it gets. And quite frankly, every single character in this is all surface level characters.
Well, look at
Ruthie lost her parents. Oh, never seen that before.
Well, here's your review here on filmthreat.com. We'll put a link in the description to your review. You gave it a 2 out of 10. I think you're responsible for the low Rotten Tomatoes score, which currently stands at it was rotten last I looked.
It's at 57.
It's at 57% with 117 reviews. But go and read Alan's review on filmthreat.com.
There are people, let me just say, there are people who are going to school and spending their time and energy learning to be screenwriters. And to say that this was perfect and that this was ready to shoot. I don't know how anyone who proclaims to want to become a legitimate screenwriter can look at this movie and not say that they could have made a much better story than what was put on the screen.
My final thoughts on this are this. What it's missing is, you're right, the screenplay is the weakest aspect. There is not one quotable line, and there are so many I can quote, from whether it's the original Superman from 78 or Batman 89. It completely lacks any moments of gravitas at all. Like, God, the even Man of Steel has quotable lines. The moments on Krypton were epic. There was something about it that was regal, something a more advanced culture that was dying sent the last son of Krypton to Earth, and the way that they change. There's also no moments of elation, like when you see a superhero movie and you see something, or a movie like this, you want to feel uplifted. When Superman saves Lois Lane, I've got you, you've got me, who's got you? And then he grabs the helicopter and saves the guys in the helicopter, and like that high that you feel like, yes, somebody, we live in a world of just nonstop horrible news, but when you see something like that that's good in the world, you want to feel elated. There was not one moment in this movie where I felt a sense of elation.
Yeah.
It was dark, depressing. It was not only physically dark in terms of lighting, it was dark, and not even in a meaningful way, like, say, a Tarantino movie. It was corporate and lame. And it's really sad to see.
Let me add to that. There's nothing original in this movie.
Yep.
Not a single thing. There's nothing in this movie that says this is Supergirl, or this element can only be told in a Supergirl movie. We've seen this story over and over again. I lost my planet. I lost my parents. We see it in dramas. We see it in thrillers. We see it in action films. This film adds nothing to that. Nothing distinctly Kara Jor-El. And look, I can't look. She can't do the Wonder Woman movie. I'm sorry, she's just not up for it. And you know, if this is the direction that James Gunn's taken the DCEU or DCU or whatever, yeah, he needs to be stopped. You know, he needs to start going to his friends who are writers and ask them to make these movies, write these stories.
And we'll get into a spoiler review later, but the big thing that leaked out because I posted on social media, the fact that Kara's father sends, you know, has a throwaway line played by David Krumholtz, an actor I really love, who was in Oppenheimer. He says, your crazy uncle your crazy uncle Jor-El sent his son to Earth to conquer the planet. Like, okay, it's so they doubled down on the evil Jor-El, and there's more to that we'll discuss in our spoiler review. But Alan, I think you're giving this a 2 out of 10. You're not recommending Supergirl.
Yeah, I gave the Marvels a higher score than this.
Yeah, the Marvels was at least fun.
No.
The Marvels also has a likable character in Kamala Khan. Yeah. So, and then even Madam Web. Okay, it's in a so bad it's good. Yeah. This isn't even so bad it's good.
I know. I mean, I'll be honest. As bad as it was, I did have fun with Madam Web.
Yeah. Well, if there's a final nail in the coffin for the superhero genre, the name, you can call it Supergirl. Ended the genre. Mm-hmm. Let's go to your comments. And there's a lot of them. We'll start with Soups.
Yeah. All right. David Smart Jr., member for 20 months. I hope and pray this film burns to the ground.
It looks like it's going to.
I mean, look, Toy Story 5 is probably going to hit $1 billion this weekend because there's no competition. Klein Dropper for 5. Is it a plot hole that she knows Clark is supposed to conquer Earth and doesn't bother to tell him about his parents' message? No, it felt like a convenience because they had to address it real quick.
Yeah, they don't, and it is a plot hole because if she, think about this, and we'll talk about it more Friday. If she comes to that scene, which is out there, where she comes out of this sphere holding her dog, and if she comes out of that, like, shouldn't she know this is Kal-El? He came here to conquer Earth. Did you complete that mission? She doesn't know Earth. So yeah, it's a big plot hole. Yeah. There's so many things about it that makes no sense. It's really stupid that he did that.
I mean, I think they're just trying to make her parents better than Clark's parents.
Yes, her parents are the better parents.
Yeah. Cthulhu Rising for 10. Why is so much modern cinematography so bad? Was no knowledge transferred from the pros to this generation of filmmakers? The combination of digital and improper lighting leaves a sad state of affairs.
You couldn't be more right, Cthulhu Rising 666. This is it's a huge problem that, you know, not just this film, a lot of movies have this issue.
Yeah. Well, I listened to a podcast you were on recently, and you talked about how Dune was shot outdoors in natural sunlight versus Predator Badlands, which was shot on a stage.
Yeah.
Real lighting feels like real lighting.
Yeah.
Pilgrim Media for 2. What's with James Gunn's animal cruelty tropes?
I think that's an issue he cares a lot about. So I don't know.
It leans in that idea of I'd rather save an animal than a human being.
Yeah.
Zodlander for 5 or for 50. You promised me butts in Flash, Chris. Any butts in this? What I hear from all over the place confirms my fear from the first trailer. Hard pass.
There are no butts in this movie. No nudity at all.
Bad Adam, member for 45 months. They should have used the animated movie script.
Yeah. Animated films are much better.
I mean, was the comic book like this? Was it this bad? Or Cash Kester, member for 29 months, just got here. Start the stream over. Okay.
Thanks, Cash. Good to see you.
Michael Nemo for 5. So 1984 with Helen Slater and Faye Dunaway still on top. Just say
Yeah.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need to ask. Yeah, the answer is yes. Much better.
But the bar was low and they went lower. O'Neill Elias. Hey, Film Threat. How is the score / music? I heard no one talking about it in reviews. Was it awful too? You know, what I appreciated about this movie is finally they're using songs I don't know in the movie.
Yeah, it's unremarkable to forgettable.
I only knew one song was the last song. Bruce Leroy Jenkins for 5. Do they explain how she is drunk when back on Earth at the end of Superman's James Gunn? No, I think she was just pissed off.
They don't. Thank you, Bruce.
CC Black for 2. Superhero films will live or die with Doomsday.
Yeah. I think Spider-Man films, they're going to make Spider-Man movies forever. Spider-Man, James Bond, Batman.
Yeah.
Those are movies that will get made.
Yeah. Doomsday will mean Disney will no longer make superhero films. Sony will.
Yeah.
R. Whitney, what an absolute disgrace. I'm 40 years old. I have 3 daughters. I love Superman my entire life. I would absolutely love to take my daughters to a Supergirl movie. There's 9, 6, and 4. Yikes.
Don't think they'll like it.
First of all, there's bad words in it.
Yeah, it's like there's not anything that I would say crosses the line. I would probably say if they're that age, I wouldn't take them unless they were maybe north of 11. There's some things that might upset the 6 and 4-year-old. Just being honest.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty violent. Albert, not a retro for 5. Update: Canada is out 2-1 to Switzerland. I'm going to watch Steph play with Legos. Only her cuteness can cheer me up.
Well, there you go, Albert. Thanks. Well, we'll see you on Friday, hopefully.
Brock Samsonite, they approved this, but wouldn't release Batgirl.
Exactly.
Why do people think Batgirl is a great show? Maybe they were right in that case too, or more right than this. Watch out, Laszlo Panaflex. Weta greater than ILM. Mojo for 249. Comparison to Flash, Supergirl. I like Flash a lot better than
Flash's Supergirl. Better, more likable.
Michael Keaton for one.
And Michael Keaton. Look, what I liked about that movie, I did not love the Flash. I loved Michael Keaton in the Flash. Once it got to Batman, I loved it, and then it was tragic. But yeah, it's the Supergirl in the Flash was better.
Marcus Spin, Lobo should have gotten his own film.
Yes, but Clayface is coming in October.
Yeah. Marco CC, is this movie a prequel to Gunn's Superman? Nope.
Well, some of the events happened before, and it's not really clear. Some of the events
I think it's clear.
Happened before.
I think it's clear. This happened after, because she's drunk at the end of Superman.
But some of the things happened before in the flashbacks.
Yeah. I mean, one thing I said about this movie is this movie should have been the first act of a bigger Supergirl movie. Her dropping her alcoholism, that should set up the next 2 acts, but instead it was all about her dealing with her alcoholism. Andrew Cram, should have gotten an unknown actress to play the role. I mean, they practically did. I mean, CC Black for 2. Will Feige hire Gunn back in 2027?
I think he might hire him back to do one movie. It'll be one project at a time, but not in the role of running a studio. And it might be a Guardians 4, say. A Guardians 4 with the new group of Guardians.
I know. How did he fall so far from Guardians?
Yeah.
IK81. No, it wasn't AI. It is worse. A Tom King story.
Well, that's no fun.
Yeah. I mean, AI will at least take the best of everything and try to write something good. This one didn't even go for that.
We will get into more spoilers on Friday. We're going to spoil the whole movie Friday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific time for our normal Friday live cast.
Yeah.
We'll also
we just need 3 of you to see the movie so that we can have someone to talk about it on Friday.
right. but I've got a few more news stories before we wrap up, but want to let you know full spoilers on Friday, and we'll delve deep into it. But Alan, did you know LGBTQ plus representation on TV is cratering? Of course, it's Pride Month in June.
Oh,
it is, Alan.
Oh,
it absolutely is. And for some reason, I'm having trouble sharing this story. It's Pride Month in June, but here it is. Representation is cratering. This is from The Wrap. Alan, you have notes for this story.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it.
The end of major series like Stranger Things and Hacks has highlighted what GLAAD and industry observers see as a growing decline in LGBTQ plus representation on television. According to GLAAD, 41% of LGBTQ plus characters from the 2024-25 season were expected to disappear due to cancellation, finales, or character exits. And additional losses from recent series endings only have deepening concerns. Since 2022, the number of scripted series ordered has dropped by 37%, and the LGBTQ plus representation has fallen from a high of 637 characters in 2021 to 489 characters in 2020. Oh my God. Trans representation has been hit particularly hard. Industry insiders told The Wrap that studios have become more cautious, often viewing shows with queer leads as less commercially viable as they pursue broader audiences. This has contributed to cancellations of series such as Boots, The Burrows, and Brilliant Minds. However, the article noted the audience demand for queer stories remains strong. HBO's Max's Heated Rivalry, a romance between 2 professional hockey players, became the streamer's most watched acquired series, while Apple TV Plus's Pluribus emerges as one of the platform's biggest hits. GLAAD argues that these successes demonstrate the universal appeal of LGBTQ plus stories. Experts caution that the current decline is tied not only to cultural pressures, but also to reduce spending across the television industry. Still, many believe the market is already beginning to course correct, with studios buying projects from more diverse creators. Several upcoming series featuring LGBTQ plus characters.
There's got to be a quicker way to say that. Couple thoughts on this. One, it's never enough. It's never enough. And I actually have argued there needs to be more gay content. They should spin off, Disney should spin off a label called Disney Sparkle, where they just do gay content. But here's the rub. You need to scale it to the audience. The estimated, like, how many people in the population are gay, it's about 10%, right? Well, then look at all of entertainment, and 10% of it should be gay. You know, I think the problem I have with current content, that's gay, is that it feels inauthentic. It feels like gay storylines written by straight, older white women and what they think a gay person acts like, instead of more authentic gay stories made by gay creators. For example, a movie I just saw called Leviticus. It's an Australian horror film, gay themed. But the thing is, when it's good, nobody cares. That story is not about being gay. It's a completely different story about demon possession and desire, etc. So it's again focusing on the numbers and the data rather than the quality. And a lot of people, unfortunately, especially in this happens always on Netflix. I'll start a series. I'm like, this is great. This is great. Get to episode 3 and 4, and they shoehorn in characters that add nothing just to fulfill a quota. So this is about quotas, not about quality. But I just think that when I think back to some of the great movies I saw by gay filmmakers, is they weren't about being gay. They were just really good stories. Everything from John Waters to name all your favorites, Alan.
Gay stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of the great.
Julian was great.
Yeah. I mean, among others. All I'm saying is it's never enough. What's your opinion and thoughts, Alan?
Yes. What's interesting here is look, Asians make up half the world's population, and yet hardly a blip in American television and movies. There are more Asians than gay people in America. There are more Asians than black people in America, and yet there's hardly a blip of us on television, American television, and American films. And I'm not saying, okay, so we need to have more Asian representation. My point is the hypocrisy of it all. The fact that all we do is we advocate for our own groups. And so when you advocate for the gay community and that they're not being represented, well, guess what? Everyone's not being represented. Native Americans are not being represented. Asians are not being represented. Let's just say white people, it's disproportionately against white people to be, it doesn't look like America at that point. And my point is, I don't need a committee to go out there and say we need more Asian content. I just need this conversation to end and return to good storytelling. And quite frankly, of projects and things that I've done in my life, when you search out the best, somehow it just naturally becomes diverse. And you'll find that diversity comes organically and not forced into these statistics and numbers that must happen. Because if we care about, the proper representation, then there should be a hell of a lot more Asians in television and movies than there are today.
Wow. Preach, Alan.
Yeah.
One last news story as we wrap up. Charles Curran, he became notable for his AI content in the recent mayor's race with Spencer Pratt. He had something to say. Make movies retarded again. Now, I don't even know what this is, but Charles DM'd me and said, hey, you might like this.
That's JD Vance, by the way.
That's not, it's an overweight man with curly hair.
It's JD.
I don't know who it is. Let's watch this and we'll react to it. Here we go.
Mr. Vice President, terrorists have taken the plane.
What?
He was the most dangerous weapon America had ever created. Raised to be a ninja.
Ninja, baby.
And locked away for our sins.
For crimes against humanity, we sentence you to life. May God help your soul.
Now, he's our only hope.
Radical terrorists have taken the vice president hostage. If they can torture it out of him, they'll have control of our orbital railguns. There'll be nothing we can do to stop them.
When do we launch?
It's too dangerous to go alone. You're gonna need the ninja baby.
I thought he was dead.
This is the end of the line, ninja baby. This isn't over, ninja baby. Watch your back.
What?
It's bad, Ninja Baby.
What is this?
It's really bad.
It's the rat in the chair.
We have ways of making you talk.
No!
No! Ow.
What are we even doing?
We're too late, Ninja Baby.
It's Independence Day.
I don't even know what to say, except that like I think indie movies. Look, we talk about AI a lot on the show. Charles Curran is one of the most creative in that. I don't know. Would you watch Ninja Baby?
Oh, sure.
I don't think I would.
Although the idea that ninjas have guns and automatic weapons,
Right. Not so much the martial arts.
not quite the ninja. I was
All right, well, that was a lot of fun. Let's see if we have some final comments here as we wrap up.
All right. Bad Adam for 10. The animated movie is Superman/Batman Apocalypse. It's loosely followed the comic arcs of 2 or 3 stories. This is what Gunn should have used. Yeah, going to the actual comic books and telling stories. They're already storyboarded for you, by the way. Juice Giorgio for $4.99. Feel like Snyder at least had respect for the IP. Hate him or love him. Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. John Wayne for 5. The success of any piece of media is despite the queer characters, not because of them.
Bingo, John Wayne. Bingo. Yeah, absolutely.
Royce and Bailey for 2. Dedicated LGBTQ 2A plus channel. No indoctrination equals no indoctrination.
Yeah, I just think scale it for the audience, and it's fine. Anyways, and more authentic.
Yeah. The reason you need more Asian representation is we need to bring chopsticks back.
Yes, I used chopsticks.
I of course used chopsticks. Andrew Cram for 10. More authentic queer content would be more profitable with the general public.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean authentic.
Thank you, Andrew.
That's the key word there. Babo Yogi for 5. Can we please go back to 80s gay when nobody cared? Not this modern genetic disposition to talk like a 14-year-old valley girl with a lisp.
Exactly. Thank you.
Bush and Ryu Cat for 10. Will you talk about Clara and the Sun next time?
We will do a trailer reaction Friday for Clara and the Sun. You know what that is?
Isn't it stop motion or something? Or
no, it's a new movie. Don't look it up.
We'll
do it Friday. A couple more.
Stars a bunch of chicks. Sir Dirty Dog. What the fuck is an LGBTQ plus? Is that the new LG OLED TV model?
Yeah, it's great. Actually, very bright colors.
Fresh Snow. I think they misspelled over-representation.
Could be.
Marco CCS. JD Advanced.
That's going to wrap it up for us today. Kind of a shorter show. One last comment.
Aron Jarman, member for 25 months. I found a way to watch Citizen Vigilante. Loved it.
Oh, great. You got to see it. That movie
paid for it.
It's really getting a lot of attention now. I'm glad to see we're not the only outlet covering it. So it feels good. Thank you. And thanks to our mods, Lord Thoth, MK Solid, ADL is 24, and Ololique on Rumble. Thank you to Atomic Lori. She is our bag lady. I don't mean that in a bad way. I meant bags. Wait until you see the Film Threat bags going on in the shop. It's going to be awesome. We'll be back Friday. Spoiler review of Supergirl. Plus, we have other movies to review. We've got the new Jackass film, which I'm seeing. Alan's seeing. You're seeing some movies.
Yes, one of them.
1780.
Yeah, I've seen that. The Invite, I believe that was.
The Invite. Alan is going to see The Invite. There you go. We'll be back on Friday. Thank you again for all your support. Thank you to our new subscribers. We appreciate you. Come have fun with us. Every 3 times a week, we're live here. The shows are very different. Friday is our review show, news and reviews. And we also interview filmmakers. So check that out. Sub to our channels, the Film Threat Trailers channel and our Film Threat Interviews channel. Look them up on YouTube. And Alan, what do you have to say?
Let's get out of here.